Hello and welcome to the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. I'm Jerry Willis with Jerry Jones, Cowboys owner and NFL Hall of Famer. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for coming and talking to us. We appreciate it. Want to start with the business side of the story, and that's this investment that you've made in oil and especially natural gas. Over $1 billion over the last 34 or so months. Tell us about why you're committed to this.
Well, when I bought the Cowboys, I bought it with money that I'd made in natural gas. And so I've had it in my DNA for a long time. What usually happened to me when I did well was I got into things when it was soft or when it was not necessarily in favor. That's how I bought the Cowboys. I had to buy part of the Cowboys from the government. It had been foreclosed on. It was losing $1 million a month, the Dallas Cowboys. Earlier in my career, I got into natural gas when everybody was getting out. Well, right now in the natural gas industry, there's a softness. About 30 months ago, I said, look, it's time to go there because we had the opportunity to get into Comstock, to get into an area in northern Louisiana, eastern Texas, that has the greatest supply of gas in the world that can get out of the ground the cheapest to do the kinds of things gas does. Clean energy. Basically, we now get to export that. It goes NGL supply. All of that is located right, and so I decided to double up and catch up and get back hard in the natural gas business.
And so you put down over $1 billion, as I understand it. Also want to talk to you about Comstock today, obviously a deal in June for Covey Park. Tell me why you chose Comstock as your first public acquisition.
Well, Comstock had the leases in the right place. They have it to where it's the cheapest to drill, it's the cheapest to transport to the market. And so that no matter where other natural gas is, it always costs more to get it to where you sell it. And so our margin is always protected there. When I bought the Dallas Cowboys, all sports teams were losing money at that particular time. You had to figure out a way to do it so that you could take its natural position and then make it economically sound. That's the same thing I'm doing, what I did with the Cowboys, that we're doing with Comstock. Covey Park comes along with additionally great leases, great management, put them in a great position, and so that I put up another $500 million so that we could properly merge those two companies together to do what? To basically produce natural gas the cheapest way you can do it.
Well, speaking of losing money, so let's talk a little bit about Ezekiel Elliott, $90 million contract over 6 years. That's a whole lot of dough. Is there any ceiling to what football is willing to pay for these stars?
Well, first of all, the way you get $90 million to pay Zeke Elliott is to drill wells with Comstock in the Haynesville, and you could have some money. That's how I got in, as I said earlier, into football, is with the money I made from natural gas. But Zeke is a great player. That's undisputed. He's a great contributor to our success, can be in the future. So that I agree with you as I stand here on the stock exchange. I need you to put your foot on mine. I'm going to float away because I'm 90 million lighter this morning.
Will it have a payoff? Do you believe that this is going to be what drives the Cowboys going forward?
Well, I certainly believe that he can make the kind of impact that can win the Super Bowl. He's that kind of player. Now, our debate over the last few weeks and months has been that in the NFL, as other teams, you have to have enough to go around for 51 others. And so that it all comes out of the same pie. So I've been really guarded as to how we made our arrangements with Zeke so that I could have enough money to pay those who block for him and those who throw the ball and catch the passes.
Let's talk just a second NFL generally and the broadcasting rights in the industry. Obviously, we've seen a ton of dough thrown at football. It's really been a situation where football is one of those things that still pays to broadcast, even though audiences broadly have declined for content overall. Is there going to come a day where the major way people see football is streaming?
Well, I think that streaming will be a part of the way we watch our games, but it will be just a part of it. We have gone from, it will always be on free TV. Let me make that real clear. The networks or the equivalent thereof will always have a free telecast of NFL football. But we've had ESPN, a form of pay. We have had DirecTV, which has subscription based with it. And so that you're just seeing an evolving of the way that the content the NFL is about. The NFL has such advantages. Our game culminates at Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's when you want the majority of the decision makers in this country in front of the TV set. Our sport hits right there. Our sport is not intrusive between plays. No one yells because the game is stopped, and then you can give them some commercial messages. But the most important thing is year-round, in season out, during games, non-games. It's a soap opera every day, and that keeps people interested in the NFL. That's good stuff.
Love it. Jerry Jones, thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.